Hi there, my name's Sarah, and happy Project for Awesome! This year, I would like you to support the organization Everytown for Gun Safety. In 2012, the organization Moms Demand Action was formed in response to the Sandy Hook school shooting, and in 2013, it helped to create Everytown. The mission of Everytown for Gun Safety is to take significant legislative action to prevent gun violence in America. There are a few major issues regarding gun safety that they are looking to tackle. These include background checks, domestic violence, responsible gun ownership, and gun trafficking. The rate of deaths by gun violence in the US is 25 times larger than that of other high-income countries. 100 people in the United States die by gun violence every day, and about 36,000 die every year. From 2008 to 2017, gun violence in the United States increased by 17%. Firearms are the second leading cause of death for children and teens in the United States, and it's the first leading cause for Black children and teens. About 2/3 of gun-related deaths in the United States are suicides, and access to firearms increases someone's risk of suicide by 3 times. My home state of Connecticut has one of the lowest rates of gun deaths in the country, and we still have 179 gun-related deaths per year. All of these reasons are why Everytown for Gun Safety is working hard to prevent and end gun violence in the United States. During the 2018 midterm elections, they launched their Not One More campaign. Everytown reached out to 16 congressional districts and encouraged their constituents to vote for gun safety candidates. 15 of those congressional districts elected their gun safety candidates. Also in 2018, Everytown successfully sued the Attorney General of Montana on behalf of the city of Missoula. The Attorney General was attempting to block a safety ordinance for the city, which would have closed a loophole allowing people to buy guns without background checks under unlicensed sale. In March of 2018, Everytown assisted in managing 850 March for Our Lives events all over the country. These events were attended by 2.5 million people. Everytown is doing a lot of really important work, and the threat of gun violence in this country is very real. I was 13 when the Sandy Hook school shooting occurred, and we are so lucky here in Connecticut to have legislators who are working hard every day to end gun violence in this country. Not every state is so lucky, though, and that's why organizations like Everytown are so important, so they can make significant change in the legislation in this country to make sure that people who own guns do so safely and responsibly, and that people who shouldn't own guns cannot purchase them. I think the thing that's most important about advocating for gun safety to me is reaching out to older generations, because I think with the way that especially school shootings have increased in the last 10 years or so, has really made my generation passionate about ending gun violence. When the Stoneman Douglas shooting happened, I was in my second semester of college. It was really my first time being away from home for a very long time, and I go to school 6 hours away from home. So when I heard about that shooting, my immediate thought was, oh God, is my brother okay? Because I know Florida and Connecticut are, not very close, but it kind of hit me that the reality of the situation is that gun violence can happen to anyone in this country for any reason, at any time, by any person, because we do not have the legislation in this country to prevent gun-related deaths. So that's why I would like you to vote for and donate to Everytown for Gun Safety, this project for awesome. I'll put a few links in the description, including the Everytown website, the Everytown research website where I got all of those statistics, and the page for this video on the Project for Awesome website where you can vote for Everytown to get a grant from the Project for Awesome this year. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great Project for Awesome.